What's up, everybody? Walter Bernasiak here with my good pal, Mr. Brian Porter. He's back.
Hello, I am back. How are you?
Yeah. Today we're talking about DC Universe's one of their newest movies, which is Batman Gotham by Gaslight, which is based off an old Elseworlds book from 1989 by the same title.
It's the year I was born.
Yeah, the year after I was born.
You old man.
I know. So this, I know it's been a while since I've read this, but I could tell right away that they weren't doing this story in this. This was very different. Very, very different.
So basically just the premise.
Yeah, which I think, this isn't like a holy grail of Elseworlds books or anything. I think people like this a lot, and it's memorable just because of the premise. The premise is Batman is hunting down Jack the Ripper in Victorian-era Gotham.
Yeah.
Which is
1888, I
right.
think is the time.
Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I'll just read you the back of this. What if Gotham City... what would the Gotham City of 100 years ago have been like in an age of mystery and superstition? How would the people of Gotham react to a weird creature of the night, a bat-garbed vigilante feared by the guilty and the innocent alike? Some would live in terror. Others would rest easier. Only one man would take no notice at all, a man with other matters to attend to. His name, no one knows for sure. Most people know him only as Jack the Ripper. It's pretty cool, like a little back story on that, literally. But yeah, so the premise is cool. It is very cool. There are some like story notes, like one or two I noticed from the book to the movie, but it's very different. So
yeah, just paging through it definitely looked like it was completely
different. In the book, it all relates to the murder of Bruce's parents and stuff, and that's kind of relates to Jack the Ripper and everything. I won't spoil that for you if you want to read this. It's worth it if you could find it. It's just not anything like fantastic, just that the premise is so cool. It might be worth checking out for you. But as for the movie, I can say right away this was definitely a refreshing movie, DC animated movie, because we've been getting a lot of those continuity ones, the Justice League
New
type
52
ones.
era type.
Right.
Yeah.
And this was very different. It had, like different type of animation. We got Bruce Greenwood back as Batman, who voices him.
Second
right.
favorite Batman for sure. I absolutely love Bruce Greenwood.
Mm-hmm.
I think he did well, most notably in Batman Under the Red Hood.
Yes, he's great. My favorite DC animated movie, still.
So that's my second favorite.
Yeah. What's your first?
I gotta say.
Phantasm?
No.
No?
Return of the Joker.
Return of the Joker is great. That's my number 2.
Return of the Joker.
That's
I absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's great stuff. This was definitely cool because, like I said, the premise is just so unique and different, and just like you just hear like the log line or something. Batman hunts down Jack the Ripper, and like, oh, I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in. Tell me more about that.
Yeah, it's like, oh, Batman would totally kick Jack the Ripper's ass.
Right. Well, you see. So in this, Bruce just comes back to Gotham. I believe Batman has just been making his debut in Gotham City, and is at the same time, Jack the Ripper is also debuted, sort of, and is killing prostitutes and stuff like he does in real history. Except this is in Gotham City, of course.
He's come from London.
Oh, okay.
So he's the Jack the Ripper, the stories and all that stuff, the murders and Westchester. I can't remember where it was at.
Right.
But they've happened in this continuity, and he's in the States now. Because in the beginning of the movie, some of the characters reference like him and like saying like, oh, is it the same? Like, is it Jack from across the pond?
Right. So yeah, so that was cool just to see and hear like those little references and stuff to the actual or the the perceived real Jack the Ripper and stuff.
Yeah.
Because obviously they don't know who Jack the Ripper is in real life, but we know he did exist. So this was cool just in some of the twists that I didn't see coming and stuff. It was really good looking. I really like the animation in this. I like Batman's outfit for the most part. It's pretty close to the one in the book. It's about the same thing.
Yeah, I like the outfit for sure. The character model for his face bugged me just a tad when he was in the cape and cowl.
Yeah.
But other than that, the animation style for the whole movie was great.
Yeah, the city looked really cool. I mean, we got a lot of... the Victorian era lends itself to some really nice looking scenery and stuff.
And you look at Gotham and you think of how gothic, the architecture is, and notably in most of the different interpretations of Gotham, you have that type of architecture and style anyway. So to be in that time period, it fit very well. It flowed, and it definitely felt like Gotham, even though it was 100+ years ago.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like. damn it, 130 years ago. Wow.
Yeah, it was a long time ago.
We're getting old.
I know. Yeah, we were around back then. So one of the things that was really cool in this that they kept like the police blimps.
Yeah.
I think it was a police blimp. But it was a blimp of any sort.
Dirigible.
Yeah, right. So that was cool. There's some cool action set pieces there. They have like the World's Fair there, which Bruce is like funding basically and bringing all these different toys in there. So that was really fun to see as a backdrop for some really, really good action scenes.
Yeah.
Selena Kyle is proto Catwoman in this. I'm not sure exactly.
Actually, I really like what they did with her.
Yeah, she was alright.
Actually.
Yeah, she was okay. She's
they
on
explained
cover.
it towards later on in the film. But like she's has ties to the circus, and like with her whip and all that stuff, she was actually a lion tamer.
Yeah.
And she was talking about taking care of those cats and whatnot. It's like
they alluded to the Catwoman name.
Yeah,
without
that
actually
makes
calling
sense.
it.
Yeah.
We had a lot of characters that we were familiar with in Batman getting the Victorian era treatment. Bruce obviously is in this with like a little bit of a change in his origin. Really cool to see Alfred in this. Everyone knows I'm a big fan of Alfred.
Yeah.
And he was really good in this.
Yeah, he felt very much like Alfred.
Yeah,
like,
I mean, like he hasn't changed at all, really.
Yeah, really.
He's just still got
this old-fashioned British dude. Like,
yeah, that's pretty funny.
He's about the same character.
Right.
He just drives a buggy instead of Rolls.
Yeah, exactly. It was cool that we had basically the three Robins were in this. Jason
right at the
Todd,
beginning, which was
Jason Todd,
right there
Dick
in
Grayson,
your face.
and Tim Drake were in this. They were like a group of three who were like these kids who were like didn't have their home, and they were like stealing stuff for people. And it was cool that Jason Todd was trying to steal a wheel off of the carriage that Alfred was driving. And at the end of this, they kind of like it's sort of assumed that they're teaming up with Batman now or something. But I can't talk too much about this without going into spoilers because I mean there is a really big twist here. Harvey Dent's in this as well. Yeah. Harvey Dent's in this, which is pretty cool. Also, Pamela Isley, right?
Pamela Isley, yeah, she's in the beginning, and then
Poison Ivy.
Leslie Thompson.
Tompkins.
Tompkins.
What? Thompson?
Tompkin.
Yeah, whatever.
I can't remember.
Leslie's in this.
Doctor, Leslie, but she's not a doctor.
She's a sister.
She's a sister,
yeah.
and
she raises Bruce.
Yeah, and the orphanage and all that stuff, and it's just like that's a really good twist of her origin because there's not going to be any female doctors in that time period.
No, definitely.
So to have her go from the maternal doctor figure to the maternal saint-like sister figure,
right?
It really fits her character, and I thought it was a really really good turn. I really liked the way that they took these characters and changed their origin enough to make them fit this time period, and it worked really well with these characters. I think. Whoever wrote this, I think, really did well for the characters.
Yeah, it definitely worked for the time period and stuff, and just the concept is so cool. It's just interesting to see Batman operate, and it totally fits in this era too.
Absolutely,
it just works.
Absolutely.
I can't see who wrote this right now, but in any case, the music is really good actually.
Oh yeah.
The music was a standout. Really cool. Dark type, almost like organ stuff. Like Batman has like kind of
there's a good amount of strings in there too. It was very reminiscent of the animated series.
Yeah, I felt that a little bit a couple times. Whenever Batman shows up, it's like, oh, I feel like.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't the exact thing, but you kind of felt that tone.
Yeah.
So that was cool to see. But yeah, I think we're gonna go into spoilers right now. If you haven't seen this yet, I think I would recommend it. It's not like the best DC movie I've ever seen, but
one thing I will say, it's not a spoiler. We don't have to say it before or after, but we didn't see the Joker in this movie.
No,
and I'm happy about that.
Joker kind of has a cameo in the book. Jasper, call him Jasper or something. He like poisoned himself on accident. Now his like face is stuck like this, and they show a picture of him. But yeah, he's not in this at all. No.
No, I kind of expected to see him in this. Honestly,
I did too.
But I didn't see him, and it was nice. I love the Joker. He's a great character. We don't need him in everything.
I agree.
So this was a really good example of no Joker.
Right. Okay, so we both suggest this, right? It's not like the best one we've ever seen.
No,
not the best Batman animated movie, but it's good enough.
It's refreshing and it's different.
Yes.
And it's something to just break up the monotony.
I would love to see more different type stuff.
Absolutely.
Let's branch out, man. Anyway, well, let's go into spoilers now. If you have seen it, stick with us because we're going to talk about this big twist. Are you ready? Okay, so we're in spoiler territory. So, Jack the Ripper is James Gordon.
James Gordon, yeah.
What a twist.
I thought they were alluding to Harvey Dent.
That's what I thought, too.
And I was like,
okay.
Yeah, it was a really good misdirection. And I was like, okay, it fits. Harvey Dent, Two-Face, I guess. You know, they even referenced Harvey Dent as like a modern day Jekyll and Hyde.
Yeah,
and I thought that was really funny. And then so leading towards it's Harvey. Mm-hmm. It's like, okay, you know, it kind of fits the different personas. Mm-hmm. And whoop, right off to the left, man.
It was way off. So the first of all, like them finding out that it's James Gordon is pretty crazy. Because Batman goes into Gordon's house and finds a secret room, and his wife is there, Barbara, trying to stop him. And
she's acting really
really weird. And then we see that room is filled with all these cutting tools and like
jars
clippings, jars of human anatomy, and oh my god,
organs.
And then Barbara says that he's much kinder with us and just burns our faces and burns the sin out of us.
Burns the sin out of us.
And she had her face burned on the one side her hair was covering. I was like, that's terrifying.
Yeah.
So the climax in this is at the World's Fair on the Ferris wheel. Which is a really good climax. They have Catwoman, or Selena, I guess, just in this. She got drugged by Gordon when she kind of found out, or she didn't find out. Like he kind of gets the jump on her when she goes to tell him that Bruce is Batman, so that they could
exonerate
Jack the Ripper.
him because he was framed for these Ripper killings.
Right.
So she was.
That's one element from the book that is in the movie as well that he gets framed. But yeah, that was a really cool action set piece. Like it's all on fire at one point. It's James Gordon versus Batman. That was crazy. We'd never really seen that before. Mm-hmm. And where James Gordon's a total delusional, insane bad guy, and just going off about how the nuns beat the left hand out of me. They only use it when Jack works.
Yeah.
And then he switches to his right hand. And he could box and he's beating the crap out of Batman.
He was going toe to toe with him throughout the entire movie. Really,
it was good. It was a really good climax. So we see Batman, he doesn't even defeat him really. He clips him to with the handcuffs.
Well, Jack clips his hand to Bruce's.
Right. That was really
fighting.
Cool where it started.
So he gets them on there. Now they're handcuffed to each other and they're fighting. Mm. And then the flames rise and this and that. And Jack is saying something and Bruce kind of backs up and he's like, "What?" And he looks and his handcuffed to a
bar or something
like
on
that.
top of the Ferris wheel.
Yeah. And he's like, "Oh." And Bruce is like, "I paid Harry Houdini $300 for that trick."
Yeah, that was a cool
200
line.
Something like that. But yeah, it was really good.
Yeah, that was a good climax. And then how Gordon dies in this, he backs up into the flames and kills himself by fire.
And he starts screaming, but then you hear a couple of laughs.
Yeah.
Right after he starts screaming, it's like, wow, that's brutal.
Yeah. So the ending was really cool. Just a really nice, different, thrilling ending to it. A nice climax. I really enjoyed it. So overall, I would suggest it. Like I said, if you haven't seen it and if you've watched so far, we did kind of give away the twist, which is kind of a big part of why it's pretty decent.
Yeah.
But if you have seen it, let me know what you guys think of it below. What other DC more obscure stories, because this is kind of an obscure one, that you would like to see adapted into an animated movie? Because there isn't a lot out there I would like to see. But we're going to wrap it up here. Don't want to keep you guys for too long. So thank you for watching. Porter, you enjoyed this, right?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I thought it was really, really good. Yeah. Different and a breath of fresh air.
For sure. I'll be talking to you guys soon. Thanks for watching.